The Federal Reserve on Wednesday hiked interest rates by 0.75 percentage points for the fourth time in a row as central bankers keep up their fight against inflation, despite rising concern about the risks of a recession next year. In determining the pace of future increases in the target range, the committee will take into account the cumulative tightening. The rate hike was expected, since officials have shown no signs of backing down from their most aggressive rate hike campaign in decades. The Fed has now raised rates 6 times this year, pushing its federal funds rate to between 3.75 and 4%, considered restrictive territory that should slow economic growth. Now the question becomes when and how officials will decide to ease, or even pause, their campaign, especially amid rising concerns that they may overcorrect or outrun their ability to see whether their policies or Fed's own projections show a possible hike of 0.5 percentage point at the next meeting. Volatility gripped U.S. markets after Wednesday's interest rate news, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average briefly climbing before reversing course and swinging 500 points lower. Many economic observers already expected an increase of 0.75 percentage points in the federal funds rate, but Federal Reserve Chair Jerome H. Powell also suggested that further hikes are in store. The Dow closed the day down more than 1.5%. Despite a short-lived bump after the Fed's announcement, the S&P 500 index shed 2.5%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq slid more than 3%. Fed Chair Jerome H. Powell said Wednesday that he sees no reason to slow the pace of interest rate hikes, even as the central bank tightens credit at its fastest pace since the early 1980s. The Fed has been stomping on the monetary policy brakes since March, yet the economy continues to power ahead. To inflation-phobes, that means the central bank needs to keep raising interest rates to slow economic activity and take the steam out of consumer prices.